2026 senior year. At this time, we're going to honor our seniors for the men's basketball team. Our first senior is number 3, Justice Hines. Justice is being escorted by his lovely mother, Jeremy Hines, Dad Jeremy Hines, brother, and Saguaro, Jeremiah Hines. Justice's favorite Saguaro basketball member is playing against his brother his freshman year in the Black and Gold Madness scrimmage. Justice would like to thank Coach BJ, Coach Royce, and Coach Ramirez. Justice is plans after graduation are pursuing professional basketball and expanding his reptile breeding business. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Justice Hines. In the honor, number 22, Joe Miller. Joe is being escorted by his honor general and his sister, Iris. Joe's favorite Saguaro basketball memories will always be the time spent with his team, getting food, traveling, and just hanging will always be treasured. Joe would like to thank the entire Saguaro basketball community for the love and support. Joe plans after graduation to build his own clothing line and attend Arizona State University's fitting program and maybe even get some hoops in. Ladies and gentlemen, number 22, Joe Miller.
Together. I'll go on the side here. Hey, fellas, let's go. Last one.
All the students are on. We wish you luck.
Get in here.
In your future endeavors.
It's my favorite. All right, hey, let's warm up. Let's go. Come on. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, guys. Let's go. Test.
Kyle Westlick here with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm joined with the Cactus Shadows head coach, Zach Washett. Impressive season so far, 19-4, final game of the season. What has been the biggest takeaway with this team this year?
Yeah, it's a fun group. Kind of guard heavy, playing a different tempo this year, really up and down tempo, and the guys have bought into it. And so it's an exciting brand of basketball. But at the same time, we got to be really good on the defensive end, and we've struggled there a little bit. But for the most part, we're pretty happy with where we're at. Big game tonight, a lot on the line for both teams, so it's gonna be exciting.
You got a win against this team earlier in the year, close game, 3-point win. What does this team need to do tonight to complete the season sweep?
Yeah, so they were kicking our butts for the first two quarters. I think they were up 21 at one point on us, and they were giving it to us pretty darn good. But shout out to SVP, and we stayed in the fight and slowly came back, and I think it was a minute and a half to go, something like that. We finally took the lead. But for tonight, it's about execution, and it's going to be the little things. It's going to be who holds that extra rebound, or who holds the box out on the extra rebound, who dives on the floor for the 50-50 ball. Those little things that add up that sometimes don't hit the stat book. Hey, can we take 3 or 4 charges, right? We know kind of what their style is and what they want to do, and can we execute, our defensive game plan? We feel good about offense and getting out and running and that type of thing, but can we execute on the defensive end? It's going to be a test, and it's going to be a fun battle.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thanks.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
I'm Kyle Westlick here with the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here joined by head coach Lucas Ramirez. How are you doing today, Coach?
Good. Thanks for having me.
So, final game of the season. What has been the biggest takeaway from what your team has accomplished so far?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think like in any sport, any season, it has a life of its own, and we've got off to a great start, and then the level of competition increased as we entered region play. So it's been really good for us. Like it's really showed us what we need to get better at, and I think that's a huge piece every team should take every year, is that, like, are you being challenged and are you getting better? And I do think that we're taking steps and getting better along the way. So it's just perfect timing, as we wrap up here and then we go into the postseason.
Gotcha. And then you did play this team earlier in the season, early January. Close game, you lost by 3. What does this team have to do differently to secure the win here today?
I mean, going back to that game, just learn how to finish the game. We got off to such a hot start in the first half, and then we just weren't able to put together a complete game. And that was really on us more than anything, just not taking care of the basketball, not making sound decisions down the stretch. And we still had a chance, in the end to compete really well. So, like probably people who watch all year, are used to hearing me saying, though, but it's completely true. It's just putting together a complete 4 quarters against a good team like this. They're well coached. They do a great job over there, like every team in our region. So, we just got to be ready to go, and, we'll have some fun tonight on senior night, and hopefully the crowd's into it, and it'll be a fun time for everybody.
Perfect. Thank you so much,
Awesome.
Coach. Have a good one.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks.
Number 3, Terrell Lennon. Number 15, Colin Fountain.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to senior night here in Scottsdale, Arizona, Saguaro High School, home of the SaberCats. My name is Keaton Thomas. I'll be doing play-by-play for your contest between the Cactus Shadows Falcons and the Saguaro SaberCats.
I'm Ethan Kinney here at senior night as well. I will be doing color correspondent today. Can't wait to get this game going. It's going to be a high-powered matchup between two really good teams. Looking forward to what we get to see tonight.
Now, these are two teams. This is their closest game by far with each other. There's been some overtime contests between other teams here and there, but the last time these two teams played, it went down to the wire.
It did. I see Cactus Shadows has Saguaro's number as of recently. Saguaro's had a tough time beating the high-powered offense led by point guard number 1, Miles Godfrey. We will see if senior night gives Saguaro any extra juice here in this matchup.
I'm looking to see a lot of what these guys have talked about since the beginning of the season. You've watched Saguaro basketball games. You've heard this term to death, the dog mentality defense led by Justice Hines, who's averaging 3 steals per game. We're into the late stages. We're getting in ready for playoffs. 17 games have been played, and he's still averaging 3 a game.
He's going to have to turn it up tonight if they want to win this game, and I have a feeling that's just what he's going to do.
Senior night, I wouldn't be shocked here. Regardless, though, as we get set for tip, we are underway, and it'll go Saguaro's way as Pierce Harrington, the leading scorer, takes it up the court. To Elrod. Or to Knack, excuse me. Not to Elrod. Feeds it in the middle. In the paint. Easy bucket.
Nas Haley being a big scorer for Saguaro this season gets them on the board there.
Their second leading scorer on the year. Him and Justice Hines are neck and neck for the scoring title. It's Cactus Shadows. Again, this is a very, very good squad here. Very, very high-powered region these guys find themselves in.
They're going to look to get Miles Godfrey going early and often. There he is with the 3.
No good, but you're going to expect a lot of that. You'll take those. You'll take those if you are Saguaros. We'll get another fast break. Quick drive to the bucket, and an easy 2 buckets for the senior.
Justice Hines pushing the pace well like he always does.
And Cactus has no foul. And they're pushing the court up. Here we go. Fast pace. Quick drive. Kicks out. Another easy 2. They're just going to bully them in the paint if they don't got anybody in there.
Haley again. Another big game for him.
Kicks it out to the corner. That's the elbow. 15. Drives. Right around the 3-throw charity stripe. Kicks it out. Steal, rip. Look at him. There you go. You'll see a lot of that. And then another steal.
Some incredible pressure by Justice Hines there on Godfrey.
No and 1 there. Very close. And Saguaro is coming out with fire right now. Fire in their hearts.
They are definitely looking to throw that first punch today. They need that momentum going into these playoffs.
And especially considering the scary teams that are in these playoffs. Arizona high school basketball. It's no slouch, as
Definitely
we've all
not.
seen. When you have a team like Saguaro, who prides himself on defense and is very, very electric, be ranked 40th in the state, that just should tell you the amount of competition, the amount of talent here in the Valley. As they are up 8-0, 8-0 on Cactus Shadows. Cactus Shadows looking for their first basket of the game here. Drives, and they will indeed get it right there. That's a good start.
That is going to be Colin Godfrey. He is only a freshman starting on varsity here in a really important game.
His brother, Miles, is number 1 on the team. You'll see him towards center court there. 2 brothers on the same team starting. That's kind of cool. It's very cool, actually.
Yeah, be looking for them to really lead this team next year as well. They're both going to still be on the team.
Cactus Shadows, a team to watch for. Saguaro looking to be another team just like that. Kicks it to the corner. Buckets! 11 to 3.
Elrod. 3-and-D.
3-and-D wing right there. Played a little bit of the big now, but the advantage of having everyone 1 through 5 who can shoot being shown right there. And look at how aggressive these guys are playing. Drives up the court yet again. Hines, the drive, and the bucket. And they're going to need a timeout. 13-3 to start the game.
Justice Hines doing absolutely everything on offense and defense. He's setting the tone defensively, pushing the pace offensively, finding looks for him and his teammates. Just an incredible showing early here on senior night for him.
Take a quick look at Coach Ramirez, see what he's telling his boys in white.
Hey, great job sharing the ball. A little more resistance from you defensively, right? Not letting guys that one possession where they call the foul. It could have gone all the way. I'd rather you pick up a foul having a little resistance. You know what I mean? Maintain. Hey, Ricky, next time not in transition. Cats on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You've heard it all season from Coach Ramirez, always wanting more of his team. Even up 13-3, high-powered octane start, still wanting more and more. Got to maintain the momentum and not let them swing the other way.
Definitely not even close to over, given how high-powered this Cactus Shadows offense can get.
Godfrey kicks it. Drives. The midi. No good. Not with the rebound. And again, up the court. A little bit of pass around. No good. But the rebound by Elrod, no good.
Missed a bunny there. You got to have those in these games.
The Euro attempt, no foul. And they're letting them play here tonight. I like that. As the ball will fall harmlessly.
Very physical underneath the basket there. You had to think that a foul was going at least one way or the other.
We see some future Varsity Sports Show members here in the crowd. You'll see the ESPN banner. They're pretending to be ESPN, it looks like. Pretty cool. Senior night activities, I guess. Fouled in the paint, and that's going to be free throws. Oh, no, excuse me. My apologies. It's going to be Falcons ball. Offensive foul.
Brother to brother, back and forth there in the backcourt.
Now the refs are conferring, making sure everything is being played the right way, it seems. Just adjusting the shot clocks there. 13-3 here, 5:09 remaining here in the first period. One foul on each team. As Cactus Shadows looks to climb back into this one.
Hines up top against Godfrey.
They're leaving Godfrey open right around that corner, right around that elbow. Trying to make him beat
another turnover.
And here you go. This is the Saguaro method here. Well, that's going to be a travel.
Looked like he started going before he dribbled. Unfortunate error there.
Saguaro's really attacking the paint, though. Lots of easy layups, just using their speed to just get by everybody.
Cactus Shadows is no match for them in transition so far in this game.
And that's going to be the difference maker thus far. As there you go, Cactus Shadows getting back on the board here, Godfrey. But here we go, quick transition already. They're already on the other end. Drives, spins, kicks it out, a steal, and here come the Falcons. Godfrey, no good. Rebound, and then there's your easy layup right there.
Ishan Iyer, he's the big man for Cactus Shadows. He's going to rebound the ball a lot this game.
7 boards per game, but Pierce Harrington making his appearance, the leading scorer of the SaberCats here. Only a sophomore, believe it or not. It's another miss for Cactus Shadows, though. They're really letting him, Godfrey, shoot whatever he wants right now. As Bentley Elrod making it rain from the corner. That's 2 threes.
That's got to be his spot, man. 2 for 2 so far from that corner.
You got to throw a man over there then. At that point, shoot. And here we go.
More intense pressure here from Saguaro.
That amazing defense thus far. Very physical game, but no fouls are being called for the most part. Another bucket. And you're going to need another timeout. 20-7. Saguaro dominant that so far in the first period. We're going to go right back to Coach Lucas, Coach Ramirez, to see what they have going on here at the break.
No. God damn it. Can we have some better poise on the chair execution? Hey, look, same thing. It's just maintaining, okay? Like, can you keep this steady for 4 quarters? And then guys coming in off the bench, I need you, right? Like, there's a sense of urgency every possession, okay? It's not about getting up 20. It's about doing it for 4 quarters. Let's send a message. Hey, Godfrey's going to take tough shots. He's going to make tough shots. You're going to be okay. We can't just let him get in the rhythm and get going. Make everything difficult for him. All right? Keep competing. Let's go. Guys on fire. 1, 2, 3.
A lot of gold in that little interview right there, don't you think?
Definitely. I love that. I love that.
So many things you can pull from that. The fact that they're up 27-7. We don't want this for a quarter. We want this 4 quarters. Make Godfrey's life a living nightmare. They are doing all of those now. And with 3:10 remaining in the first, it's up to them to finish strong and keep Godfrey from going off.
I liked how they said that Godfrey's going to make tough shots, and it's important that they don't get discouraged when he makes those shots. So they just got to keep playing hard, and the results are going to speak for themselves.
Drive right around the corner there. They're moving the ball very well, and that's an open 3. You can't leave him open. Absolutely not. It's going to be 20-10. Saguaro slowing it down now.
Jack Gaston, junior guard with that 3, only averaging 3 points per game on the season.
Elrod going for the 3 there, no good. But the easy rebound from Nas Haley. And they're already answering. Foul on the other end, though.
Cactus Shadows trying to beat Saguaro at their own game right there, getting down fast in transition before the defense can get set.
Again, something I'm interested to see as this game draws on is if they're able to keep up this high cardio-based approach to playing the game here. Who's going to run out of gas or start to run out of gas first and tap into those reserves? Because there's yet another foul. I believe that'll be a shooting foul. Number 11 will head to the line.
Looked like the foul there was on number 10, Pierce Foster of Saguaro. Looked like he tried to keep his hands up, but the height difference was a bit too much for him there.
He gets set for some free throws here. Up 12 here with 2:14 remaining here in the first. And you're going to hear some chattering from the student section there as he's going to miss his first free throw.
Saguaro really brought their fans out here. Crowds packed out. Gotta love all the support on senior night.
And misses both the free throws. One could argue ball don't lie.
Justice Hines getting after it on the glass so far.
And look who it is. No foul. Again, they just aren't calling anything, which is great. On the fast break, at least. As you have Mr. Senior himself, Justice Hines for 3. And they get another steal. Oh, my goodness. You take your eye off the ball for 1 second, it's already a turnover. But they're able to corral it there. Little kick step. No good. They are rattled right now.
An air ball there from Terrell Fair. And you got to think that this crowd had something to do with that.
At least they would like to think so, right?
You would think so, yeah.
I guess that's part of the magic. You see a lot of these student sections here and all the different levels as there's a entry pass
Unforced
denied.
turnover.
And they're just going to try to kick the ball back. And they are demanding to have another look at that. I don't think they have reviews here at the high school level, but
Justice Hines is going all gas, no brakes right now. He is everywhere on this court.
this is the last guaranteed home playoff or home game he'll get in his high school career. So leaving it all off the court here, at least for the regular season.
Those batteries are charged up today. Seems like the refs are talking about something here.
Setting up an inbound, it looks like. Making sure the time's all correct.
We got Godfrey inbounding here. look to make something happen.
As again, just can't seem to get anything going. Elrod on the fast break, unable to connect on the layup, but the quick board by Hines, and he's going to get fouled and scramble all the way around as that physical contact is going to get him 2-3 shots here.
Justice Hines making it happen once again, beating everybody down the court and forcing them to foul on the offensive glass.
First free throw attempt for Mr. Hines is good. Has some substitutions going on here for Cactus Shadows. Something that I thought was interesting, they were mentioning it during the senior night ceremonies. Hines is wanting to play ball at the next level. And I think if you're a scout, ignore that free throw. But if you're a scout, you see, look, he's already back on defense, already hound dogging the best player. You know?
Yeah, I think when you play at that next level, the effort that he brings is something you can't teach. So I think that's definitely going to be going for him.
It's probably, if you want to talk about the best intangible trait, motor is one of them. Pierce Harrington with a fadeaway. No good.
Godfrey passes it to his brother down the court.
He will not connect. And it's going to go the other way. Another foul on Cactus Shadows. And there we go. The physicality of this game starting to result in some fouls here and there. 3 fouls per team. As Saguaro will inbound the ball here. 26-12. Excellent start thus far here. Harrington, the drive. Kicks it. Tried to dish it to, I believe that was Hines, but it kind of got lost in translation there, and they're just going to inbound it right there once again.
Yeah, it looked like Hines had the ball knocked away from him in the paint there. Stays with Saguaro, though. 37 seconds left. Let's see if they can make something happen.
You think they'd love to get to 30 points here before the end of the first period here. As it's bully ball. And
that
down.
Was a tough move by Nas Haley.
As very difficult to defend because the defender did all he could there. But Haley just did a little bit more. 21 seconds. Cactus Shadows trying to end off the period strong. Kicks it to his brother. Another steal. And here we go with 11 seconds runway. Nas Haley. What a performance by these guards here. Haley and Hines. And it's just going to go off the backboard. And that is an incredible start, if I could say so myself. 30-12, Saguaro up.
I know it's senior night, but Nas Haley really wants to win this player of the game here. He is going crazy on the offensive end right now.
We're going to cut it to our sideline reporter for some more of this game. Go ahead.
Electric first quarter here for Saguaro. Started the game off on a 13-3 run, and they currently lead by 18 points after the first quarter. The real question is, are they going to be able to keep this up through the whole game? In their first matchup against Cactus Shadows, they led the entire game until the final 2 minutes. This is Kyle Westlick, sending it back off to you guys.
And what a first quarter that was.
That was incredible. Saguaro's playing with, I know they always play with pace, but it's something different about today.
It's fun to watch it in person. I'll tell you that much.
It is.
It's one thing to see it on film or every once in a while, but to see just this breakneck speed they play at all times. There's no breaths. There's no little breaks. They just go.
The effort that this team plays with, I gotta think that it's gotta be fun to coach for Lucas Ramirez.
That's a thing that is it's a culture thing, right?
It is.
You don't install that in just any other team. These guys buy into the defense first mentality. Fast breaks, just bully ball, and there you go. Drawing the charge, and he's getting hyped.
The smallest guy on the court, standing tall and drawing that charge. Bought in from top to bottom on this roster.
Coach Ramirez calling Piston there, so let's take a look at, let's see Piston in action here. Harrington's going to take it up the court. Get it across midcourt. Harrington trying to reward the charge, drawing it a second foul. So there you go. Drawing lots of attention thus far.
A lot of risky passes on that. I'm sure Coach Ramirez wasn't really thinking that's how the play would end up there.
But regardless, they get an inbound.
They do.
Let's see what they decided. Elrod on the inbound. Gonna get to Harrington. He's gonna just lightly feather it. The little jumper in the ring into the hoop. 32-12. Godfrey's gonna start to try to take over and get nothing going. Little cold starts on the engine thus far. There's a quick drive. Oh my goodness. Able to get up. That was a
big time take by Pierce Foster. Coming off the bench, he showed no fear of going right to the basket on that play. Gets rewarded too.
That was a violent trip down on the way up. That was very, very hard to earn free throws coming up for Foster. Missing the first one, unfortunately, but we'll have a second try here.
Interesting with Coach Ramirez's choice here. We have 3 bench players on the court at once with Harrington and Elrod. Clearly shows a lot of trust in his guys here at this point in the game.
Especially, I believe, when you have a 20-point lead here, as it's going to be out on Foster. Oh. Okay, they're going to give the ball to Saguaro there. A little bit of confusion there. Ref had to emphasize where the ball was going there the second time, but we're all good to go. A little confusion as who's in and who's out, though, for Saguaro as we start to see some of the starters check right back in. Very quick stint, maybe about a minute. Bit of a high pass.
Every pass that Hines makes is just with so much intention.
Again, trying to feed the rock down low, nothing going.
Looks like the coach might have wanted an off arm there on that drive by Godfrey, but it appears that it is going to stick as a defensive foul.
And again, 3 fouls already for Cactus Shadows here in this second quarter. So they're trickling very closely to the bonus already. Back to the basket. And that's how you're going to come back in this game here. Just go back to the fundamentals and just chip away. You're not going to score 20 points at once, so just take your 2s and your 3s here.
That's exactly what he's there to do, to clean up in the paint.
No good. Rebound, Hines.
No surprise there.
The hustle plays. Again, lost in translation there. And this is where Cactus Shadows is going to need to strike here. You heard Coach Ramirez talk about it earlier. You want to see this for all 4 quarters here. And we're about 2 minutes in. They only have 3 points on the quarter. So
you think it's only going to be a matter of time before Miles Godfrey gets going, so Saguaro's going to have to withstand it.
Oh, no good. The engine has to start at some point. And there you go. 33-16. Hines is going to feed it to Haley. Back to Hines. A lob to Bentley. Elrod bounces out. I thought that was going to bounce right back in, but it sets a rebound. And Cactus Shadows already back on their side of the ball. Kicks it to the corner for 3. Off the side of the backboard.
Not even close.
No, just unable to get these second chance points, the Falcons on it.
Elrod just had half of his foot out of bounds. With those bright orange shoes, it makes it real easy to tell.
You got to get the gray shoes to match with the paint here.
That's not a bad idea. Got a little side hug with these refs right now.
Conferring. Wonder what they're talking about. What do you think they're talking about?
I don't know. I wanna say it's something good, but it's probably just confusion with with what actually happened on the play. I think one ref might have been out of the loop there.
Said there was, again, confusion with the shot clock. 19 seconds. There we go. With 5:30 remaining here in the second quarter here.
Godfrey's going to inbound.
Again, you just got to slowly chip away. And there you go. Get to the line and start chipping away at this lead. That's how they're going to get back into it. But if you're Saguaro, you got to go back to what was working before. If the all gas no brakes approach isn't working, then you got to start doing what they're doing and just start chipping away. Keep that lead at the 20, 18, 16 point mark.
This is the one guy on Cactus Shadows I'm not sure Saguaro has a great matchup for. Number 23, Ishan Iyer. Just a dirty work big, but he's got size on a number of Saguaro's players. And so far in this game, he's been one of the only consistent sources of offense.
I think you'll look to see the Falcons really lean into that here. Especially, I believe he is the tallest player on the court. So
Yeah.
we'll see Haley. Another turnover.
Unforced error.
And here we go. These are how comebacks start. And that'll be a charge.
That is the second charge taken by Saguaro.
This time Isaac Knapp taking the charge there.
Takes a lot of guts to take something like that. When you got an offensive player coming full flight right at you, standing your ground.
And then there's your unforced errors you were talking about there.
This is something that has plagued Saguaro all season, is the unforced turnovers in spots where there's really no excuse to have a turnover.
Coach Ramirez shaking his head in disappointment there. And again, you got
Godfrey's going to call an ISO.
No good. They've kept him under check. Surprised that wasn't a turnover there. Instead, Saguaro drives. And Justice Hines gets him back on the board here. Here come the Falcons. Some positives to work on here so far in the second quarter. Let's see if they're able to keep going. Godfrey, the drive. And that's a travel. This has not been his night.
Justice Hines is in his face every single play, showing what Hart can really do.
We're going to have a little Godfrey swap here.
Miles Godfrey clearly frustrated with the way this game has been going. He's missed a lot of easy looks that he's normally going to make.
Elrod takes the little elbow jumper there. No good. It's going to be Terrell Fair. Kicks it out to the younger Godfrey, who drives. Air ball, and that's a nasty rebound right there. Safely corralled by Elrod. Kicks it to Hines in the corner, and there's Haley in the corner. That's an air ball.
Oh, put a little bit too much mustard on that one.
It's going to be, oh my, I just meets him at the other end. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Everywhere you look, Justice Hines making a contest.
I think they called a foul on that. I don't know how.
Listen, we're not biased commentators. At least I don't think so, but I wouldn't call that a foul.
From my vantage point, that looked like a block, but unfortunately, we'll never know.
First free throw is good.
This is Jack Gaston, who has already surpassed his points per game average on the season. Hit a three-pointer earlier, and he's up to, I believe, 5 now.
Getting big minutes here in what is the final regular season game for both teams. The drive. And off the glass. Just a very nice player to watch here, Pierce Harrington.
Beautiful Euro step.
Getting back to work here.
So many layups are going in and out for Cactus Shadows.
And you just see, I don't even know how the ball didn't even get kicked there. It just nutmegged like 4 different players.
That was a very hectic play. Looks like it's going to end up in free throws for Harrington, though.
Could be. And there we go.
I tell you what, Harrington's not the biggest guy on the court. He's not the strongest, but he just knows how to get to his spots, and he's really creative with the ball.
No, it's a bit ironic to kind of make this comparison as he was unable to connect on the first free throw. But Devin Booker comes to mind. You know, very, very attached to the mid game, loves those little layups, very very.
Yeah, he's not going to beat you with speed, strength,
Exactly.
and he's not going to jump the highest, but
He's unable to connect on both free throws. But regardless, gets the rebound. And here we go, back to it again. And this is where you lose games if you're Cactus Shadows. These second chance opportunities, 4-3, no good. But it's going to be another foul. And that's going to go Cactus Shadows' way.
His second foul.
The word I was looking for when describing Harrington was methodical. You know, I started to lag out there, but we got the word out, methodical.
yeah, definitely.
But let's take a quick listen into Coach Ramirez, which should be an impassioned timeout here.
Good, we're good. Yeah. Under control. Anything?
No, I think they're playing great. I mean, they need to move the fucking ball. They can move it.
Maintain.
Coach Ramirez telling his guys to just keep it under control. They've been playing fast the entire game, but the key is you don't want to go too fast. You want to still be able to maintain composure in those moments in transition, because otherwise things can get sloppy real quick.
Absolutely. Still a 17-point lead here. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. You want to finish strong, though, if you're Saguaro. Kind of go into the half with a good cushion of a lead. As it looks like it's going to be a foul. And free throws for who has been the offensive star here tonight for Cactus Shadows.
Only averaging 5 points per game. He hasn't really needed to be much of a scorer, with Godfrey and Terrell Fair doing a lot of the heavy lifting in that department. But in this game, if the matchup's right, he's going to be asked to do more. And so far, he's answered the call despite that missed free throw.
You know, every time we start to gas up one of these players at the line, they end up missing some free throws.
Might be an announcer's jinx here.
You know, maybe. Iyer here averaging more rebounds. They're going to say he went over the line.
Lane violation there.
They're just going to get another shot.
You will have one more free throw.
But Iyer, again, averaging more rebounds than points this year. 7 boards to, like you said, 5 points per game. He's already surpassed at least one of those marks with the points. And rebounds, I'm sure he's not far behind either. I still connect on that free throw and that lane violation. Again, this is how you chip away at these leads. Slowly but surely. Kicks it to the corner. A drive. Harrington in the corner. That's good. Harrington, once he starts getting going from beyond the arc, one of the best in the business.
He almost pinned that off the glass, too. Just barely late on that.
Kind of evens out the free throw and the layup, that free earlier. Now Harrington will get caught on the double dribble.
He's saying that Cactus Shadows hit the ball there.
Very involved this quarter as opposed to last quarter, the refs are.
Definitely.
But again, that's the brand of basketball you signed yourself up for. Physical basketball means more fouls, more instances where the refs are going to call stuff or not call stuff.
Exactly.
Cactus Shadows going to try to get Godfrey going here.
Averaging 19 points per game. He's been rather quiet the first half.
He's going to take that long three. No good. Rebounded by Iyer. And he's just going to go to work in the paint and get 2 more chances at the line. This is how you're going to chip away.
They're going to keep fouling him. They don't have an answer that his strength and his size.
We saw Coach Ramirez protesting that call a little bit, saying he had, full vertical defense on there, but the referee saying he got him in the forehead there, and again, that'll result in 2 free shots there.
Just been a really good stabilizing force for Cactus Shadows here today.
In this case, it's like they're weathering the Saguaro storm, the Saguaro pesky defense. They've weathered it thus far, and 17-point game, so it's still far a ways to go.
It's a gap, but it's certainly not over.
Especially when you have a guy like Godfrey who's prone to be a microwave. But you got to get credit, though. You have to give credit to Saguaro's ability to stop him thus far. They're not letting him. They're letting the other Cactus Shadows try to beat them, and it's worked out thus far.
You got to wonder how big of a loss Ethan Ulrich is for this Cactus Shadows team. He's averaging 16 points per game this season, but he is not playing today.
No, well, I was wondering that as well. Another player missing here today, Joe Miller for Saguaro, the other senior on this team, not playing here. So there's some missing pieces from this chessboard.
Yeah, Miller's not a big scorer for Saguaro, but I do know that he is a big body, and he would definitely be able to match up with Ishan Iyer of Cactus Shadows a lot better.
Absolutely. He does all the dirty work on the team.
He does.
We're going to get some offense. Nat in the corner is going to kick it to Hines. It's the matchup he wants. Drives, kicks it to Nat. And Nat's going to connect for 3. And almost a turnover there. Instead, it's going to be kicked to who else but Iyer in the paint. It's going to be Falcon basketball here with 1:25 here remaining. 18-point lead for the SaberCats.
Looked like that might have forced that one to Iyer a little bit. I'm not really sure if he was open underneath, but they're fortunate that they are going to get the ball back out of bounds on the baseline here.
Trying to navigate, see who would be open here. They're going to find Mr. Fair. He's going to be on the elbow. Kick it to Iyer. And yet another foul. Now, I want to say this is in the bonus. So this is automatic free throws? Yes, it is.
Free throws are going to be for Steven Boysen, senior guard.
It's always cool to see how animated some teams' coaches can be. And I don't know if you've seen it, but these Saguaro coaches, do you see?
They're really into the game. You got to love it.
They clearly love what they do. That's for sure here.
Their players play hard for their coach, and their coach coaches hard for the players.
And that was an interesting little interaction there. I'll bring it up here in just a moment. Here's a Bernier drive, a kick. Hines unable to connect for 3. He's trying to get the O board there, but it's not going. It's going to be more fouls. Now, what I noticed there is you saw on that free throw attempt, all of Saguaro was on the line getting ready for the rebound. Cactus Shadows had 4 players already back, ready to defend. So Saguaro, already knowing that, just checks it. They were able to get it into the opposing side of the court, untouched essentially. Cactus Shadows able to recover, but that just is a testament to their ability to kind of get this ball down the court on these fast break opportunities.
Yeah, they're one of the faster teams I've seen at this level. They push it up. It doesn't matter if they have an advantage or not because they create their own advantages.
Let's see if they attempt that again. It looks like they're not. That's something to watch out for. One of the few tried and true defenses to a fast break is just to have your guys already back there just regardless, ready to defend. You're going to see Hines, senior night, kicks it to the corner. Harrington, 1, 2, 3, and a little bit extra for the bench on Cactus Shadows. And look who it is on the defensive end. Going to be a travel, but just you're seeing him bounce around like a pinball, so to speak, back and forth, able to make plays.
Harrington's just a shot maker, man. He's not a big kid, but he doesn't see contests, especially in that corner.
Absolutely. Here you go. One of the matchups here today has gone Saguaro's way here. Hines putting them under lock and key here. Almost a turnover. The dish. Almost able to connect. That would have been a nice bucket, but instead the second chance opportunity. Senior night legend Justice Hines.
He is putting on a show for his crowd right now. They're here to see him, and he is not letting them down.
And here we go, back on the defensive. Another foul, and that's how Cactus Shadows is continuing to get their points. He's through the charity stripe here with 4.7 remaining here in the second quarter.
3 fouls on Hines is something to watch, however, as it is only just about halftime. He might need to tone down the aggression just a little bit in the second half to avoid potentially fouling out on an unfortunate play, because with the way they're playing right now, they would hate to lose him.
Absolutely. I think I could see Coach Ramirez kind of checking him out here, at least for that first part of the third quarter, kind of telling him like, hey, cool the Jets a little bit. We're up 20, but still keep playing the way you're playing, because what he's doing has been very helpful. Hines unable to connect. I don't believe it would have counted regardless, but that being said, Saguaro has been dominant here. 48-28 against the Cactus Shadows Falcons. We're going to head to halftime here. Stay tuned for the second half and a quick interview from Coach Ramirez.
Team is bringing the intensity here on senior night, led by Justice Hines. He is everywhere on the court. What are you seeing from your senior today that's really making you proud?
Yeah, that's his best trait, is him playing hard and being really tenacious defensively. I mean, he brings a world of things to us, but in moments like this, it's just being intense. And, you probably heard, if you were listening in on the timeout, like, words that we say all the time, or at least tonight, is like it's maintained, right? Because we have a 20-point lead right now, but like we had a 20-point lead in January a few weeks ago, and against these guys, and they clawed back in, and we gave it away to them. So I mean, it's not over by any means. We had a great half, but I mean, it's 0-0 now. It needs to be our mentality.
Yeah, and building off of that question, how do you tell your guys in the locker room to not get so complacent to this team? You know what kind of challenge they bring.
No, it's something we talk about constantly. Complacency is the biggest threat to success. So that will be the message. Don't change a thing, and just keep playing for each other, play hard, and we'll be all right.
All right, thank you,
Thanks,
Coach.
man.
Good
Appreciate
luck.
you. Yep.
It has been just over a week since Fallout Season 2 ended. This series has been a big win for video game fans everywhere, as most video game adaptations to film are usually not that great, but Fallout has been the exception. This is the 6th most watched season of all time and the 4th largest show on Prime Video. I'm a big fan of the series and the games. Even have memorabilia all around my house. Especially a big fan of Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, with Fallout New Vegas being the setting of Season 2. I love the portrayal of the New California Republic, the NCR, and Caesar's Legion, and the Vault Dwellers as well. Those were done very well. Mr. House was also a very well done character, and the show captured his demeanor quite well. Fallout has always had pretty sinister undertones, and I'm excited to see these explored a lot more in Season 3, which I believe is headed towards Colorado, where Caesar's Legion has a fairly substantial presence. There also have been indications that they'll head to the Capital Wasteland, which is the setting of Fallout 3. Fallout 3 Season 3 makes sense to me. Again, I'm just super stoked as a fan, and I hope you guys are too. I've been Braden Goetz with Varsity Sports. Thanks for watching.
This is Cole Bruntz reporting with the Varsity Sports Show on the Super Bowl recap. We had a game between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots on February 8th, 2026 for the Lombardi Trophy. Both teams had struggled early to score a touchdown, but the Seattle Seahawks kicker Jason Myers had kicked 4 field goals for the Seahawks to put them up. The first touchdown of the game came in the very beginning of the fourth quarter, where Sam Darnold threw a touchdown to Seattle Seahawks tight end A.J. Barner. The Patriots did answer back, though, with a quick touchdown after that from Drake May throwing a pass to Mac Hollins for a deep touchdown in the end zone. The play that really sealed this game, though, for the Seahawks was when Drake May was sacked by Devin Witherspoon, who ultimately ended up getting the ball thrown up in the air, and Uchenna Nwosu intercepted it and ran it back for a pick six, which ultimately sealed the game. While Sam Darnold did throw for 202 yards, the Seahawks really leaned on their run game, and Kenneth Walker giving him 27 carries, and he totaled for 135 yards on the ground, and ultimately ended up winning the Super Bowl MVP. The Seattle Seahawks now have 2 Super Bowls in their franchise's history, and they will go into this offseason looking to repeat as Super Bowl champions. As for the New England Patriots, they too will look to make it back, as they have a lot of room to work with Drake May still being on his rookie contract.
FromSoft is widely regarded as one of, if not the best video game companies in the world. From their iconic beginning with games like Dark Souls 1 to their latest masterpiece in Elden Ring, they have created some of the best video game titles ever. What makes these video games so well done is how good the combat is and how good the game is at telling you a story as you continue to progress with it. What is interesting is that FromSoft announced that they are creating a new game called Duskbloods. From the trailer, it looks just like a new exciting game for people to try out. But what makes it different is the fact that it is going to be exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2. This is very unusual because all of the prior FromSoft games were mainly for the Xbox and PlayStation, and it does seem a bit strange that this game is only coming out to the Nintendo Switch 2. The Switch is mostly known for its games like Pokemon and Mario, which have done well recently with their great games like Legends EA and Mario Kart World. How well this game plays on a different console, and just in general how the public feels about it as a whole, because FromSoft has yet to miss on a single video game at this point. We will see if they continue to produce another amazing game. This has been Nicholas Hill with the Varsity Sports Show.
This is Namle from the University of Arizona with the Varsity Sports Show, here to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show. Super Bowl 60 went down this past Sunday at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. The halftime show was headlined by Bad Bunny, with guest appearances from Lady Gaga, Ricky Martin, and a Puerto Rican group, Los Planeros de la Cresta. This was a historic performance, as Bad Bunny was the first solo Latin artist to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, and the first to perform almost entirely in Spanish. His performance averaged around 128.8 million viewers, making it one of the most watched halftime shows in history. It also broke social media records with around 4 billion views in the first 24 hours globally. Apple Music and Spotify data also showed a huge surge in streaming, with dozens of Bad Bunny songs charting worldwide following his performance. Bad Bunny wore an all-white custom outfit designed by Zara, with the writing Ocasio-64 on the back, a tribute to his late uncle who introduced him to the NFL. Critics and fans described the show as a celebration of Puerto Rican and Latino culture. It drew both praise and political controversy. Some celebrated it as a culturally rich moment, while others criticized it. Once again, my name is Nam Le with the Varsity Sports Show.
This is Kyle Westlick on the floor. Wonderful first half here for Saguaro, defending their home court here on senior night. Up by 20 at half, looking to bounce back from their loss on Tuesday night to St. Mary's. They got to defend and keep it going, hoping to not let another comeback happen here against this team like it happened earlier in the season. I'm going to send it back over to you guys.
And welcome back here to the second half of Saguaro's senior night festivities. Up 20 here on the Cactus Shadow Falcons here to get started for the second period here. And what a performance thus far. What a senior night showing for Justice Hines.
Definitely. He's brought it on both sides. He's really been the leader that his coach knows he is for this team. And he's the main catalyst for why they played so well today.
We heard it before half.
Hey!
Love it. There's a dunk from Big Bentley. Elrod rocking the rim there. That's a way to start.
What a highlight to begin the second half.
Already back on the defensive end. Here we go. The corner, no good. And again, Cactus Shadows just can't get anything going on the offensive side of the ball. As Justice Hines, 110% effort at all times.
I'm confused. Are we watching the first half or the second half? Because this is the same story right again.
Looking for the same script. Again, talked about it before the half. This is a team that they were up against last time as a free. No good. Air ball. It's going to go Cactus Shadow's way because there was some contact right before it went out of bounds. But, like he said, this team was up 20 last time they played in January. They blew the lead. So they want to come out here and put them away early.
Definitely. You don't want to see the same story twice. And I know it hasn't looked like it, but this Cactus Shadows offense has the ability to catch fire at any time. So
again, Miles Godfrey, we're looking at him to kind of get the cold engine startup issues figured out. It's going to yet again be Cactus Shadows basketball, but this defense
swarming right now.
This is the Saguaro branded basketball we've come to know and love.
Yeah, I talked to Ramirez at halftime. He said he loves the intensity, but it's not going to mean anything if it isn't for all 4 quarters.
Absolutely here. As Pierce Harrington rejected. And here we go back on the fast break. Who else? Haley kicks it out to Bentley. Elrod had the dunk earlier. Again, rebound. No good. And here we go back on the fast break. And here we go. Attempted to take the charge there. Pierce Harrington did. And finally, the Falcons are able to get some points.
Godfrey getting on the board here.
And that's, again, the player to watch here. If he can start catching fire, Saguaro's got to weather that storm there.
You got to think they're not going to get back into this game if he doesn't start turning it up.
And they're going to go ahead and
that's Justice Hines' 4th foul.
And that is
big.
That is very big.
Looked like Godfrey sold it a little bit on that, but nevertheless, that is an important foul for Cactus Shadows. That is the main catalyst for Saguaro basketball right now.
A little bit of a sell there, but hey, you got to sell any and all to get back into this game here. And here we go. One of your main defenders is now under some restriction here as he's going to get clipped by his own player. So no foul, of course. Bentley unable to connect, but Nas Haley playing cleanup crew. And almost another steal Harrington has been playing these lanes excellently here, trying to
Harrington
replicate.
trying to fill the Justice Hines shoes right
Yep.
now with him on the bench, bring the energy on defense.
Trying to replicate what Hines brings here. And again, he's only a sophomore, so that's gonna this type of basketball is gonna translate down for the next couple years here, at least here for Saguaro. But again, here we go.
Free back-to-back buckets there.
Harrington taking it up the court. Elrod on the elbow for three. No good. After that those two threes in the early in the game, unfortunately nothing going since. Did have that highlight dunk though.
Definitely, that was impressive. I know the dunk is the highlight, but what I really liked was that pass. That was a tricky pass to make over all of the defenders.
Absolutely. Again, the long three sets it up. No good. Able to corral it is Harrington. He's going to try to navigate, find the man in the corner. Nat to Haley. And that's an easy bucket. And an end one.
Going over to the crowd, get them fired up. Nas Haley using his big frame to just get right through and right around all of the defenders today. They haven't really had an answer for him on offense. He's been making shots from all over the court.
That's crazy to think that Saguaro has Haley and Harrington for the next 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, when they're a senior, it might be scary hours in this gym.
That is for sure. They're going to implement, hopefully, the lessons that Hines and Joe Miller have taught them over the years here in this program. And look at this defense once again.
That was some great verticality there by Harrington. Important to get that without fouling, and he did just that.
If you're going to take them getting the ball back at any point, it's going to be, again, just have it trickle harmlessly out of bounds. No fouls here.
Yep.
Up 25 here, 57-32. Getting it to Iyer, who's going to feed it to Haggerty. Riley Haggerty making an appearance here. They're just going to play it back and forth here. Almost 4 minutes have elapsed here in this third quarter. But here we go, back on the other end. Here comes Godfrey. Kicks it, and then that's another easy bucket, and here we go.
Those are Godfrey's point guard skills, going into play then. Hasn't had the best night scoring, but if he can get his team involved, that's just as, if not more important.
That's a big part of why Saguaro has the lead they has, is Godfrey hasn't been able to get it going. Thanks to the defensive efforts to all of their guards here. Honestly, it's Harrington unable to connect on the three ball, but Elrod's going to just get it right back on the O board. Feed it to Haley, who's going to hit a little spin move.
Just another play of simply being stronger.
And look, I just want to point out, look at all these Cactus Shadows players right there. Hands on the knees, puffing and puffing here. And then you look at comparatively to Saguaro's players.
They just got more energy. Their batteries are more charged. You could tell they came with a fire tonight, and I don't know if Cactus Shadows has really matched that energy so far.
Cactus Shadows, again, they're 20th in the state here. So this would be...
would be a big upset.
This would be an upset here. And this is just so... Again, the talent level just spans so many teams here in Arizona.
You got to wonder if Cactus Shadows came into this game thinking it might have been easier than it was going to be.
Which I would... As there's a travel right there, I would posit as fool's errand there, because this is one, their senior night, and two, a lot of these guys last times playing basketball here before the playoffs. So
definitely.
It just seems right now that Saguaro has all of the gas. As Nat unable to connect on that three ball. And Harrington try to hang it on the rim there, and they're going to call
a technical foul on him.
And again, it's these unforced errors.
Yeah, he's saying that I think he was going for the putback on the three, but I think there might have been a little bit extra on that hang.
Could have. Could say so. Could say so. But this student section is giving Godfrey a lot to
Make the
talk
first
about.
one, though, seems unfazed so far.
Makes both. So, student section ineffective there. As Godfrey's just
Not
gonna.
for a lack of trying. And they're getting a talking to by the refs now.
You're starting to see some emotions being displayed on a lot of these players' faces here. You're seeing Saguaro kind of a little bit upset about how this game has been officiated thus far.
Yeah, and you're seeing Cactus Shadows. They seem a little calm, but you gotta think that urgency is gonna come into play.
Unable to connect there. It's going to be a foul on Godfrey there. Is there just gonna
Second foul for Godfrey. You gotta wonder how long Saguaro is gonna go without Hines. Do you think they're gonna make it to the fourth quarter without him?
Up 21 thus far. I'd like to guess if this drops below 15, you could see a substitution of Hines, but as of right now, it looks like they haven't needed him.
Yeah, it's important that they've kept the energy going with him on the bench. That's where that contagiousness is gonna come from. Starts at the top and trickles its way down the team.
Harrington on the inbound to Haley. Haley with the patented spin move, setting up. Went to look for the fadeaway and instead is going to travel a little bit too far. Back in the shadows, back on the inbound here. 2:47 remaining here in the third quarter, though.
A little bit of full court pressure here from Haley. Looking to set the tone a little bit before the start of the fourth quarter.
You want to try to, again, not give them any life at this point. Until that clock hits 000, you want to keep.
You don't want them to have any confidence that this game is attainable.
Exactly. Back to the basket there for Iyer. And it's going to be a quick mini from the elbow and a quick bucket from Riley Haggerty.
It was a good move there. Tight coverage. Got it over him with the fake.
One thing you can say for both these teams, none of these baskets have been easy. All these have been all effort baskets. Aside, obviously, from
they've been earned.
For the charity stripe shots, but even then, you're earning those by taking these hard fouls.
Exactly. It's been a physical game. Nothing given about the way these two teams are playing.
And there's Bentley Elrod with the N1.
Just too big and too strong for Cactus Shadow's defense. Playing above the rim.
Exactly. It's something you like to see, too. The three ball hasn't been working here in this second half for Elrod. So what does he do? Drive to the basket. You'll get those 2 points yourself. Almost was able to corral that ball, too, off of the miss.
Yeah, I don't think Harrington wanted to dive into his own fans on that play.
Wouldn't say so.
Substitution's going to be made in a minute by Saguaro, but it is not going to be Justice Hines. An interesting development here.
As he hits the backboard there. Again.
I'll tell you, Harrington's getting up. You wouldn't think that he's jumping that high, but.
They're going to call goaltending.
Interesting.
So, 19-point lead here.
Might be like an offensive basket interference if he made the rim move.
Could be potentially.
Finish the corner, and then we're switching the game. Be ready to rock here in a little bit. We're going to unleash the beast. Hey, just stay solid. Stay solid. Let's go. Cats on three. 1, 2, 3. Come on, man.
Unleash the beast. Who else could he be referring to?
I don't know. I think he's going to be referring to Justice Hines. He's going to probably go in to start that fourth quarter, and I'm going to guess that his play style is going to be the exact same. And honestly, if he fouls out, he's going to do it with pride. I don't think he's the type of player to just all of a sudden take his foot off the gas and play conservative when he's got 4 fouls.
Especially with a 19-point lead here. Could see him just kind of burn out here Get you a quick 6.
He's going to keep driving until that tank's on E.
It's hard to believe his tank runs on E sometimes. It's Haley
Damn near all the time.
in the corner. And there's 3. And all of a sudden, starting to see some other friendly
Godfrey
faces
getting
here.
to the line here.
Godfrey getting to the lineup. Some friendly faces on the Saguaro bench starting to make their appearance and trying to get this game out of harm's way here. And what a win this would be.
Yeah, I don't think you can think of a better momentum swinger going into the playoffs for Saguaro. And on the other end, this would be a pretty demoralizing defeat for Cactus Shadows, being so good all season and just slipping up in a game that they thought would probably be in the bag right before the playoffs.
And again, this is just how competitive this region is. When you're playing St. Mary's 2 times in a span there, you know, you're gonna just breed the best competition possible.
Cactus Shadows providing full court pressure now. I think it's a little bit of a now or never thing right there.
And Harrington doesn't care about that, unfortunately.
Not one bit.
Here we go. You're gonna start to see a lot more. And
a flopping call on Nas Haley.
This ref has been very, very emotive. I've never heard a ref talk this much during a game.
I honestly haven't really seen many flopping calls in the high school game. I think Haley's saying that there's a wet spot on the court, and that's the reason why he slipped. Coach Ramirez saying that he got blindsided on the hit there.
Very, very entertaining exchange of words, to say the least. And what did they say?
Coming up with a steal again.
Some would argue ball don't lie, but unable to connect there on that open 3 ball, or just that pass in general. So 22-point lead. 56 seconds remaining here in the third.
Got Terrell Fair bringing it up. Hasn't really gotten going much this game, similar to Godfrey. Hit that floater. Too bad it was after the play.
Number 10 on the foul there. Here's Foster. As there you go. That's your man. You want to start get going, and we're running out of time
here. That jump shot
here.
has not been falling for Godfrey this game.
Not at all here. Foster's going to kick it to Harrington, who's going to take the one-on-one.
Foul's going to be on Godfrey there. A little bit of a hold.
Here's Harrington to the free throw line, shooting 2.
Shooting 2 again, once again here.
Godfrey's an athletic, physical defender, and Harrington didn't really have much of a problem getting around him on that play.
Again, just it's like air. It's like working through air there.
Harrington misses on the second free throw, and the rebound is going to go to...
Up the court they go. Godfrey connects on the 3 ball there.
That's an important shot for Godfrey.
And here we go. Back on the offensive here.
A bucket here would be huge for Cactus Shadows.
A block would be huge as well for Saguaro. He's just going to lob the ball all the way down the court with 1.6 seconds.
Confusion here on what the play is. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds. Cactus Shadows ball on the baseline.
Very Very high tension here for a 20-point game. I'll tell you that.
Definitely. I think they know that no lead is safe.
And there's another foul here.
Not illegally inbound. I think they had a clock malfunction there, but it looks like it's going to be back to being set at 1.6.
Very eventful end here to the third quarter. As Godfrey's trying to screen for that opening. And again,
ends up throwing it off the defender.
Here we go. Back at it again. Here we go. Inbound. No good. And a 20-point lead going into the fourth. So we'll get a quick update from the sideline of what has been a entertaining 20-point lead here.
This is Kyle Westlick on the floor. The Saguaro SaberCats have maintained a 20-point lead after the third quarter, and it is thanks to their defense. 2 days ago against St. Mary's on this very same floor, they gave up 108 points. This week, after 3 quarters, only given up 47. Seems they have locked in on the defensive side of things today. I'm going to send it back over to you guys.
And welcome back. If you had to use a word to describe what we just witnessed in that third quarter, what would you use?
My word would be chaotic. I mean, just back and forth, the refs and the coaches not agreeing, the players and the other players not agreeing, but I think it benefited Saguaro a little bit more than it benefited Cactus Shadows, as they didn't really make any dents into the lead.
In 8 more minutes, that's all they need to play here. Play clean basketball and head home with a senior night win.
It's a good basket there from Colin Godfrey.
The younger Godfrey.
Yes.
As you're going to feed it to Elrod there. Back to Harrington. Elrod down to Foster. And that's good.
It's a big shot by Pierce Foster.
And here's where the desperation is going to start here, as it's going to be an and one for the younger Godfrey.
We got to start the buses chant with 7 minutes and 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Might be a little bit too early to start chanting that, but got to appreciate the energy that the crowd's given us today.
Not only the energy, the confidence.
Exactly. Breathing it into their players.
Yeah, no sign of the quote-unquote beast being unleashed just yet. Nat back on the court, though, as there's going to be a turnover. Here we go, unforced errors. In a game of runs, Godfrey. And
that's a difficult layup that he made look very easy there.
And 6 point lead. Now look at the scores table. I think it's about time we see the pinner.
Here he comes. They need a tone setter, and that's exactly what he's going to bring.
Absolutely. Minute has elapsed here.
Elrod called for the lob again. It wasn't there that time, though.
Harrington drives, kicks it out from the elbow. No good. Rebounded once again. Here come the Falcons.
The door is open by a crack.
And in a game of runs, that's all it takes here.
Godfrey on the tip in. He's gotten going here at the right time. It is only a 14-point game.
6-0 run here.
You can see Cactus Shadows having a little confidence.
It's Bentley. Elrod, no good. Rebound once again. Fair. Kicks it to the younger Godfrey. So Elrod on him. Takes it to the paint. And is going to get fouled.
It's unraveling rather quickly.
But with that foul, that is a dead ball, which means
Justice Hines is going to come in probably with a little bit closer of a lead than he would want, but think he knows what has to be done here.
Absolutely here. First free throw is good here. 13-point lead.
It'll be interesting to see if Hines can play with the 4 fouls and keep the same aggression that he had in the first 3 quarters. That aggression's what really built this lead for Saguaro.
And there you go. Maybe a little bit of a break there is that it's a missed free throw. And here we go. Justice Hines is going to start the proceedings here. Kicks it to Harrington. Back to Nat.
I think right now you just want to drain some clock here, get a good shot, don't really need to rush anything.
Especially when you have a 30-second shot clock here. That's going to be a foul against Cactus Shadows.
Swinging the ball around, not really looking for a quick shot. That's going to be the key for Saguaro to hang on to this win.
Again, 35-second shot clock. You can take your time here.
That is some great defense there by Jack Gaston.
And you could see there, that's a travel right there. But you saw it right there with Hines. He would have gone up for that block if it were maybe a quarter ago. But when you're playing with 4 fouls, you kind of saw him duck out of the way there.
You just can't take those risks with 4 fouls, especially in this game.
Very intelligent decision there, too.
If it was the second game of the season, maybe. But no, this game's got implications going into the playoffs.
Absolutely. You're going to see Haley kick it to Harrington. Back to Haley.
Sketchy pass there from Harrington.
Hines is going to kick it to Elrod. And then another turnover. Here we go. Back on the other end. And that's going to be a bunny. And an 11-point.
In the passing lanes here for Cactus Shadows.
It's starting to get a little hot in here.
Cooler heads will prevail.
And that's another turnover. Drives. Godfrey. Another bucket.
An impressive take.
And the crowd gets loud here. A lot of Cactus Shadows crowd here as a single-digit lead.
The younger brother, Colin Godfrey, with a reverse on the opposite side of the rim.
We're going to go to Coach Ramirez.
Fine. We're fine. They're a good team. What do you expect to happen? They're just going to keep getting punched? Take care of it. Guys, here's what can we just stop floating quit floating your passes and don't run away from the moment. Keep attacking. Let's finish this, man. Hey, it starts with stops. Not offense. Let's go. That's on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You heard it right there. It starts with stops, not with scores.
Yeah, and the one thing that he said, don't float your passes. There's been a lot of that in this 4th quarter, just kind of throwing up the ball and making it a 50-50 ball when it doesn't really need to be. You can see Saguaro maybe being a little bit panicked. Time is on their side. They just need to take care of the ball and take it one possession at a time.
Absolutely. Take a breather. You got time. You got the lead. And Haley almost connecting on the dunk. Not, though. Going to connect on the 3 ball.
Important 3.
But here comes the fast break. Back on defense, so they're already back. Student section getting into it here.
Haley's on an island. So is Hines.
Great defense. They're going to let him. The big man shut the door. Here comes Godfrey. 4-3, and here we go.
He is getting hot at the right time here. That is not a good sign for Saguaro.
The trading of blows begins. Hines is going to kick it to Elrod. Elrod kind of stuck on an island there. He's going to get fouled, though. With half of the 4th quarter elapsed, the complexion of this game
has taken a turn. We were thinking it was going to be maybe some garbage time minutes.
And
that is not the case now.
And those fouls earlier from Hines starting to weigh heavy. So here we go. Kicks it to the corner. 4-3. Here we go. Heavyweight boxing match. Counter punch for counter punch. Here comes Godfrey. He'll take his own 3, and he'll get fouled.
Haley does not agree with that call, but Godfrey seemingly getting what he wants to in this 4th quarter. It all started with him getting a couple trips to the free throw line, got a few open layups to go. And when you're a good scorer, all you need is to see that ball go through the rim, and you have all the confidence in the world.
The first free throw is no good. 12-point lead here. 3:43 remaining.
Saguaro's hit some big threes in this quarter. Knott and Haley from each corner. Gotta wonder where they would be without those two makes right now. Real momentum killers for Cactus Shadows.
And that's the thing, though. But as this has happened, we've seen Godfrey start to kind of turn on the little Bunsen burners here.
Godfrey's in his bag. At this point now, it's going to have to be going blow for blow. You can't afford to have empty possessions on offense with Cactus Shadows' offense clicking the way that it has.
This is the second free throw, so a productive possession here, but they're trapping Hines, and they're going to take the quick and easy bucket, making up for the two missed free throws. Here comes the full court pressure. We're going to probably be like this the rest of the way here. Trying to navigate this full court press, and there's another turnover. And another bucket. 7-point game. Here comes the fast break, though. Elrod to Harrington. Harrington letting the
Going to be a nail biter here in the home of the Sabres.
Feeds it to Nat. Nat to Harrington. Back to Elrod. Passing it around, trying to draw some clock away. 18 seconds on the shot clock.
Looking
Nat.
for a good shot. Oh.
There's your foul right there.
Got a little bit too overzealous in the passing lanes.
And that's going to reset the shot clock, so that's going to be more time Saguaro can take off of this game clock here.
If they can just keep passing it around, there might just be enough.
Here we go. Nat now with the ball here. 7-point game. Feeds it to Harrington. Passing it around. Take your time. 24 seconds. Back to Elrod. Elrod's going to drive. Back to Harrington. Playing a little bit of keep away with 16 seconds. Over to Nat. Nat to Harrington. Taking time away.
It might be time to start getting a good look. Harrington's going to go.
Harrington drives. Kicks it to the senior night legend himself. No good. Rebound, though. Amazing rebound. And right off of the
Those are winning plays right there. Those are winning plays that you have to make. Forced up, not the best shot, but they had to shoot it. And Harrington right there to save the day.
Almost a minute of game clock taken off there. And now it's a full shot clock yet again. Keep doing what you've been doing. So Hines is going to drive it himself. And here we go. Off of Godfrey. That's a turnover. 2 minutes remaining. And here we go. Here comes the desperation.
Harrington going to look to burn some clock here.
To Nat. To Hines. Open in the corner. He's going to drive himself and take a spill.
Up.
Number 23.
Seems to be some pretty good sportsmanship between these two teams. Definitely a sense of mutual respect here.
And props to Cactus Shadows for bringing it back.
Yeah, this game was dead to rights about 7 minutes ago, so.
And here we go. Still plenty of time, all things considered here with Nat.
Definitely. We'll see if Saguaro can draw up a good play here. Looking to drain some clock.
Had the younger Godfrey on him. And it's going to take a quick foul here with 90 seconds left here. 9-point game.
These are some important free throws here for Pierce Harrington, the sophomore. He hasn't been scared of the moment all season long. You got to think that right here it's not going to be any different.
Looking here at the assistant coaching staff here. They want to make sure this defense is ready.
You got to be prepared on a missed free throw or a make that you are back in transition. This Cactus Shadows offense has a lot of speed on it.
Unable to connect, though, on that first free throw. 90 seconds.
Single-digit game here. The door is cracked open. It's not wide open, but this game is far from over.
Here we go. 10-point game. Godfrey going to get fouled there. Miles Haley picking up his third foul as we get an inbound here.
No free throws there, though. That is important.
125. Let's get about 5 seconds off. Godfrey has the ball now. And he's just going to start jacking up shots. And that's going to be no good. Rebound by Harrington. They're going to take it up the court here. Get safely across. And that's going to be yet another foul.
It's going to be Isaac not at the free throw line here for 2 shots.
The Falcons are going to take a timeout here. One could imagine this could be the final time we check in with Coach Ramirez for the regular season.
Here, I'm quicker now. What, Gabby? Hey, just make. Hey. Oh shoot, I was mic'd up when I swore. Make free throws. We don't need any big risks. Okay. And hey, keep your poise. Keep your poise. All they have right now to do is just like get chippy and do some silly stuff. So just stay positive. Let's get out of here healthy and safe. No BS. No flops. Okay, let's go right here. That's a 3, 1, 2, 3.
No flops.
No flops. It looked like he took a little jab at Nas Haley there, who was called for maybe
flopping.
a controversial flopping call in the third quarter.
But like he said, the idea here is to get out of here happy and healthy, right?
Exactly. You don't want anything bad to happen in the final minute. If he makes these free throws here, you got to think that this game is probably all wrapped up, barring a miracle. So you just want to go into the playoffs with nobody banged up, nobody hurt.
Play smart.
And the regular season on a good note.
Exactly. Just play smart here. No silly technicals, nothing like that.
Definitely.
The first free throw, it's no good.
No arc on that free throw.
That was a free throw you're trying to get a rebound from. That would have been great.
Yeah, an intentional miss. That would have been awesome.
But instead, we're going for our second free throw. And this one, he'll connect. 80-69 here.
11-point game here, just over a minute.
Here, this is where your discipline's going to be tested here for this last minute. Godfrey going to jack up a shot. And this is how you're going to win this game here. Try to intentionally foul, but Hines will get.
That might be the dagger, I think.
One could say, but here we go, Godfrey. Here comes the obligatory jacked up shot. No good. And it would be very cool to end this in Hines' hands, unable to connect on that 3 ball. Harrington with the rebound. 32 seconds here.
We got the nah, hey, hey, goodbye chant going on from the student section.
And this is the exact momentum you need heading into the playoffs. This is a team that, like we've said before, they blew a lead to this team last time they played.
Momentum is everything in sports sometimes. This game has got to be a huge confidence booster for this team.
Absolutely here. Taking a team that was already starting to mount a comeback. You know, maybe if this was January, this lead would be gone. But instead, this team has matured over this whole season, and this could be the perfect time to show that maturity heading into what should be a star-studded playoffs.
If I'm Coach Ramirez, I think I like this win more as the 3 goes down from Terrell Fair. But I think I like this win more. You know, it wasn't a blowout win. You know, they came back, made it, a 7-point game, and they had to really face the adversity and weather the storm, and I think that shows a lot of character about this team.
Exactly, and it's a growing up moment here. It's a growing up moment. Even in your last game of your senior season, there's a lot you can grow and be better at, and a thing to monitor here is with that aggression that Hines plays with heading into these playoffs, he's got to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, definitely. You're in the playoffs, unfortunately, you might not have that room for error. They're going to want to exploit it. They're going to want to maybe get into his body, draw some of those little ticky-tack fouls, and With aggressive players, you always love to have them on your team, but unfortunately,
Is what it is, right? Name of the game here. Looks like he's good. Looked up and he's sliding across the court. And again, trying to keep everybody happy and healthy here. And some chittering and chattering here.
talking mess over. 15 seconds left.
And 15 seconds. You want to end this game on a high note here. And they're going to call ball game.
Wow.
That is something I've never seen before.
We got a little bit of coach beef going on right here.
And here we go. So some extracurricular.
Hey.
What's going on? How are you feeling after that win?
Good. It's a great win. Hey, it's region basketball. It gets chippy. These guys know each other. We're good. They kicked our butt the first time, and then we did pretty good tonight. But they fought back hard. They're great. They're a great program. Zach and his staff does a phenomenal job. They're super talented. That's what, playoff time basketball looks like, and two teams and programs that really, really care. And, it's as simple as that. But great win on senior night. Let's go celebrate and enjoy for 24, and then back to it.
Yeah, so I saw your team. It was looking like it was going to be a bit of a blowout towards the end of the third. What did you like about your team sort of resisting the storm?
Yeah. We just kept fighting, kept battling. No pun intended there. But, hey, resilience, because we knew that Cactus Shadows was going to respond and bounce back and give us a fight. So they answered the bell, and super proud of them.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thanks,
Coach.
man. Appreciate
Good
you.
win.
Assuming we're still on. So as you saw there, as you heard there, some extracurricular, but everyone's off the court. We're all good to go.
Playoff basketball,
That's
Playoff game started early today. That's certainly what the environment was. And, with that being said, both these teams going to look into acquiring their championship.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for postseason coverage, of course, right over here on the Varsity Sports Show. Certainly, we'll get a bunch of Saguaro games, that's for sure. And as if you saw at the end there, should be very, very entertaining.
I'm Ethan Kinney, color corresponding with the Varsity Sports Show.
And I'm Keaton Thomas, your play-by-play. And have a good night, everyone.